Yo, Still Bills, what's the dizzle, man? We gotta talk about Andrade. Um, Good performance from him, man. I did gas it a little bit with the great performance. I put it on my Facebook page. Great performance. I did gas it a little bit. I'm happy to see that he finally got in there with somebody with some sort of a pulse, someone that was gonna push him, and how he persevered. That was great to me, man. It was a tough fight. It was a rugged fight. Homeboy came to play, man, and I called it. This was not going to be no easy fight like everybody thought it was going to be. Even though Andrade won, I had it about 8-4. He had to work for them rounds. He had to work, whether it was, getting out of the way of the punches or punching to try to keep him off. And clearly, as y'all saw, the punches couldn't keep him off. So, I mean, out the gate, we saw what Andrade's game plan was out the gate, and he executed the game plan from 1 to 12. It did. He just, he has a niche where he starts off fast and he kind of fizzles out down the stretch. Which, all right, cool, you dig. It's like, all right, I'm gonna test you, and if you can, if you can pass the test, all right, cool. But he went in there all guns blazing, man. He looked a little gassed later on down, he overexerted himself slightly, man. He scored a knockdown, a really good knock. Everybody thought it was over after that second round. It was like, ooh, can he recover from this? Really good lateral movement, man. Really good lateral movement. Really good at not backing straight up on the line. Just accurate left straight down the pipe. I like how he was hiding the uppercut. He never really mixed up the uppercut. He started landing it more, but he never really, mixed it up. He never mixed it up. He would land with it when he would throw it off of movement, leg in the middle rounds. He started landing it pretty flush. He would move, and then he'd plant and launch the uppercut and get right back on his bicycle, man. I dug that. I dug that, man. I didn't really see counter punching from him. He was first the whole time, anytime, he was first. He was getting his shots off first. The whole fight, you dig. I love the performance personally, man. I'm glad he got in there with somebody with a pulse, man. Liam Williams brung the fight to him and hurt him a couple of times. Visibly hurt him. You know what I'm saying? Had him wrapping up, you dig. Hey, that's what you're supposed to do, man. I was just happy to see the brother get in there with a dude, with someone who was gonna force a fight, someone who wasn't just gonna go in there and be like, oh man, he's just gonna blow through this dude. Nah, I knew it was gonna be a tough fight. I made a video about it. You dig? And one thing I'm seeing a lot of people, oh man, Charlo would do this. I'm like, man, Charlo doesn't. Liam Smith was able to get himself in position because of, he's not as fleet-footed as Andrade, but he's good. He's light enough on his feet to where, he can offset slightly what Andrade was doing. Like he didn't neutralize his left hand, but he didn't, he would also have to set it up a little bit better because Williams wasn't just coming down straight on the line. He was always coming in, circling to his lead hand, Andrade's lead hand. And Andrade, when he would, the thing was, he was never set and really comfortable enough to really capitalize on coming in at that angle. Andrade will slightly spin out, with him as he's coming off that angle to where he's out of position or he's out of range for Liam Smith to capitalize on it. So he showed really good defense in there, man. Really good ring IQ. That's how I personally feel about it. I thought it was a solid performance. I thought it was a good performance, man. The dude pushed him, and one thing I noticed, Liam Williams came in there to fight, bro, and he, his energy just he put an immense amount of pressure on that dude. You dig? Anybody else would have possibly broke, and just it's different ways of breaking. Somebody can just break and just, oh man, yo, this dude ain't falling. He's landing the uppercut. He's landing uppercuts in conjunction with one another. Some cats would be like, it'll pray, you know, it'll have a visual effect on them, you know, from a mental standpoint. And it's like, yo, like, you'll see them kind of start to give up because it's like, I'm just not going to be able to get this dude out of here. And it'll frustrate them. Or he could have broke, like, just said, all right, cool, I'm going to just stand here in the pocket with you and bang it out. And that's what Liam wanted. So he didn't give him that. He didn't give him that. He stayed poised and he stayed, you know what I'm saying, with the game plan, man. He used his lateral movement beautifully. And Liam would allow him, you know, he would get back in the fight because he would just sit there, you know, he would just move and move and move and move. I'm like, bro, throw off of that movement. Throw off, pot shot. If you're gonna stay out there, pot shot, man. Keep them hands active, keep them hands going. And when he would start throwing, that's when he would start running away with the round. But those rounds were competitive rounds. Real competitive, man. Liam Williams is a dog, man. I'm seeing a lot of people saying he was supposed to do, oh man, who is Liam Williams? I mean, man, you're not gonna get everybody up out of there, man. I think people really gotta get over that, man. Oh man, he would have got him out of there. He should have got him out of there. I mean, some people just ain't coming. Some people just not gonna lay down. Some motherfuckers is coming like, nah, my nigga, like you not about to, nah. If I just gotta get beat up, I'ma just get beat up. And while he was taking some heavy leather from Andrade, and he just kept marching forward. He kept marching forward. And credit to Andrade, he did not break. He did not be like, oh man, you know what, fuck it. Let's just bang this shit out. No, he stuck to the game plan. So I respect that. I love to see that. I love to see that, man. You know, he kind of looked like Laura in there. He looked like Laura in there, man. You know, to a certain degree, man. He just, his balance is just, you know, he's really, I don't even know how to, his balance and those looping shots, man, just, how are you going to be able to deal with someone who's a sharp counterpuncher? Who's sharp? You dig? How are you going to be able to deal with somebody with really good timing on the jab, like a Golovkin? You dig? Just, or even a Charlo, man, who can catch you as soon as you start to open up. That's my big thing right there. How do you offset that, man? That's my. It's those wide shots that he throws, man. And even with that uppercut, he was throwing that shit like Axel off Streets of Rage. Just start, you know, dropping his hands real low to get that shot, you know, to get that as much leverage on that uppercut as possible. He was throwing it long, man. So how do you persevere with that against, you know, against somebody who can see that and really harm you for doing it, man? So man, we won't even get into all of that, man. But all I want to say is just shout out to Demetrius Andrade. I'm glad he got in there with somebody in the top 10. That's all we've been asking for, man. Just let's start adding names to the resume. And if Jamal Charlo does not answer that bell after he does what everybody is expecting him to do, then get him the fuck out of here, man. Peace.